What's up? What's happening? Welcome in, everybody. Browns win 24-10 in Vegas. I am, a lot of good things to talk about here, Brad. 10 sacks. Defense certainly leads the charge in this game. And some really good, interesting things to talk about with the quarterback position as well. I'm sure you'd agree with me there. What's your immediate vibe?
Um, Listen, the win-loss thing, it's kind of stinks where that they put us in this position where a win like this, and we're kind of like looking at the scoreboard. We're watching the end of this Arizona game, which is still in the balance in overtime, I believe, right? So you know, I'm glad they won, but I'm also kind of it's a meaningless win, right? The more important things, I guess, are the things that happened during the game. The defense was great. This is a objectively bad Raiders team. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
if you could have. I don't know if you could have lost this game if you even tried. Um, they are really bad.
Yeah, Brad,
10,
hit your
10 sacks.
try to fix your mic when you can. It's kind of coming in faint. I think you're on the wrong audio source, which is not the end of the world. We'll get it fixed, guys. But yeah, the
Okay.
Raiders are awful. I think they're pretty bad.
How's that better?
That's back to normal. There he
Yeah.
is. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the Raiders are really bad. And that's you know, it is what it is. Listen, the big thing is going to be Shador in the defense. I thought Miles 3 sacks. I mean, he is just making the case to be Defensive Player of the Year on a losing team. Carson, same, looked great today. Stoning Genty on that one play, and the announcer calling out that he should be Defensive Player of the Year or Rookie of the Year was significant. But I thought that Shador did some really good things. He pushed the ball down the field a few times. I would have liked to have seen that Judy play end differently. That would have been nice, right? If that ends up in a scoring drive, his line probably looks a little more significant, like he did a little bit more. But the nonchalant way that he carried the football and fumbled was a bit ridiculous and frustrating.
Yeah.
But unbelievable throw to Bond, good throw to Judy, and did what was asked of him. But besides that, really, tough interception. Got tricked on that play. It felt like he got tricked by their defense. You can kind of
Yeah.
talk about that. But
Yeah, so it was a fire zone. So what they
yeah,
do is they'll drop an edge. They'll bring pressure from the other side usually, or bring pressure from inside that defensive end, and then they'll punch him out and have him play flat, or just basically what you're telling him is, hey man, play the flat, play the drop, middle hook, and just read the quarterback's eyes. And that's all he did. I mean, it's a nice play, nice call. That's such a learning situation. You just don't see, not that you'd never see that at the college level, but you don't see it a lot. So the volume of that at the NFL level is going to be higher. So
yeah,
to echo your point there, right? So yeah, for first Miles, like if he has 13 sacks, I think, across the last 3 weeks.
yeah,
If he had just played those 4 weeks, I think it's 4 weeks. If he just played those 4 weeks, he'd be leading the league still in sacks right now. It's preposterous. He's sitting at 18 sacks. It's week 12. The current all-time single season record is 22 and a half. He's on pace for like 30 at this point. I know the big point of contention, if I recall, a couple points of contention on the last two single season sack records. I think if you go back to was it Mark Gastineau? I think it is. Who was really pissed at Brett Favre for giving up on that rollout Strahan's direction and allowed him to get the record. But I think the TJ Watt record was broke. The extra game was when he broke it, and he needed every game that year to break Strahan's record. So yeah. Miles straight up breaking the record in 15, 16 games would be pretty cool.
it would be.
I mean, listen, Cam Ward is still on the schedule. Who else am I forgetting? There's another quarterback who hangs on to the football a decent amount of time too. It just is escaping my mind. There are Caleb Williams. He hangs on to that thing like crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, good luck to the voters on this whole thing, because he's going to, I mean, we're knocking on wood here, but the trend is the trend, and he's moving in that direction. He's having an unbelievable season. I don't have the numbers quite in front of me yet for pressure stuff, even though some of that stuff gets posted pretty quick. But the defensive line collectively ate the face of the Raiders all game. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
Graham was ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Since the bye week, he's really putting it together. Now, he hasn't played an interior line that I think is very good, but hey, he's a rookie. I don't care who you're playing against at the NFL level. To dominate any stretch of time is great to see. He's so comfortable. And it's so funny. He's been close to like 10 sacks, like right there. And somebody just gets him down right in front of him. And it's like, I know he's chomping at the bit on some of these plays, but he was great. Schlesinger continues to be every bit of it. He's the best rookie defensive football player going right now.
For sure.
Coverage was good enough, right? Some throws Geno made that were good. Some really, like Tyler Lockett just doesn't age like a final. He'd be the best receiver the Browns have if he was on the right now. But that defense deserves taking the act on the road, and they did a good job. Did a great job. 10 sacks in a ball game, can never scoff at that, right? Offensively, the bigger Shador stuff. Some great throws. Some real, that rollout 52-yard completion, which was in the air for like 45, took a big hit. Great throw. Great throw. I mean, again, out of structure stuff is a thing to analyze versus in structure stuff, but a really great throw. I thought his second half starting when he rolled it, I think it was the start of the second half, where he kind of punched out the Raiders defensive end to his right. So the left defensive end veered inside. He just naturally rolled out. It wasn't like he bailed a clean pocket. He pushed out right, set Judy over the top. Good ball, good calm nature about him. Easy completion for him. You know, he can't control obviously what Jerry Judy's doing, which is, you know, you got a guy who's like playing himself onto the front line of, it's like some serious wide receiver conversations last year, and he's just pissed it all away in one season. Just steps in the worst direction. Like, I don't have much to say about him because I don't want to waste my time talking about guys who put in that kind of effort. Like the interviews this week where his attitude was crappy, then he parlays it into the game, and like I just don't have time for that. Like the league doesn't care about you that much, Jerry Jeudy. You're not that good, brother.
They don't. But the question is, what do you do about it if you're the Browns? Like,
I'd punish him. The way he handled that, I'd sit him for a minute. I'd sit him for a drive or two or a quarter. I just want them to hold these guys accountable. I mean, I don't know what you can do long-term around the contract. I haven't looked at the contract to see like, hey, I know everybody's knee-jerk reaction is cut him, get rid of him right now.
Well, it's not like it's been a one-time thing for him. No, it's ongoing this year.
It's a bad year. He was good last year, though. We can agree. He had a good year. So what the hell happened between last year and this year, and how do you get the guy back on track to matter for the next year? If he doesn't want to do that and he continues to compound his issues the rest of the way, then you do look at like, is there a way to move off of where he's at? Because I don't want that around. I understand your life is frustrating playing with rookie quarterbacks and Joe Flacco when he was playing. I get it. But you sign the contract. You go out there and you fulfill the job that you're supposed to be doing, man. They don't have to pay you, right? Like they can cut you at some point, and you haven't earned so much in this league that you get the benefit of the doubt on pouting and playing poorly and getting, you know, people to feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
That's not how it works, man.
No.
It's not how it works. So you better finish the year better. But I'm like, I think the best coaches in the league hold guys that do stuff like that accountable. Like hold them accountable for it. That was just a total lack of effort, and he's had total lack of effort and awareness in other situations. And again, I don't like to harp on time with media, but like the way he was inside the locker room this week was awful. It was embarrassing. So whatever. But back to Shador. Some good stuff. Some really good stuff. You know, the balls. I think there was a ball to Fannin I really liked where he kind of had pushed a little right with his vision, and he knew he had a couple chip release players, dropped it to Fannin, and Fannin made the play to get the first. A hell of an effort. Two or three really great. Yeah, like really great like efforts from Fannin after catch. Yeah, but just get it. Do the simple things. And there was some I can see he was doing some of the simple things in this one. But I mean, you know, listen, there's some stuff in there that he wants back, but there were some great moments in there for him in terms of getting his feet wet at the NFL level. There's going to be better challenges the rest of the way. But the question is, like, is he going to keep playing? at this point, I understand that the stats got a little pumped up because of a swing pass where, hey, Dylan Sampson, get him in space. How many we've been saying that? How many weeks have I been saying get Sampson involved? This guy can move. A lot of weeks. Finally get him in some space. Couple huge runs after the catch, one on a carry, another one on the catch. And the stats look a little better because of that. But again, at this point, I just would like it, if you're moving in the direction of what we have wanted all year, Brad, it's to see both young quarterbacks for an extended period of time, right? We saw Dylan for a while. I don't like that anybody loses. I don't even know if loses the job is the right way to say it, because was he holding on to the job? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's Shador's chance, in my opinion, to just give him some run, give him some games, see what he can also do. So you have a fair evaluation tool moving forward. So I don't think you should feel anything but encouraged. Now we'll watch the tape and I'll take you guys through every throw and every decision made in the game from him. But it's obvious the arm is better. It's obvious that he can, in moments of necessary downfield throwing, he's willing to do it, right? And I didn't see a ton of the bad habits in this game. I didn't see an egregious amount of drifting. I didn't see too much of that in the worst ways. You know what I'm saying? Pockets step into that pocket that's waiting for you. When he drifted when he pushed out, but that was organic stuff where the pocket's manipulating for you to step right and step out of the way.
Yeah, it wasn't egregious by any stretch. No.
Right. So I just want to see more. I would like to see more of him. And if you went back to Dylan, which I'm not paying attention to the post-game pressers, and maybe Kevin's probably just going to be I don't want to hear that. I do think you just give Shador more games to see what he can do. I don't think there's anything to go off of that right now.
I think he earned it. I think he earned more games. I went in saying that should be the first hurdle that he needs to get over, and I feel like he did that. He did more than what Gabriel has been doing with what he had, I think personally, and I would like to see more. Thank you for the super chat, Buke. I've heard both of you say the mistake was drafting Shador when the mistake was drafting DG all along. Kevin 5-22 last 2 years with Shador 0 starts. We all have eyes. Shador is talented. Kevin tried to bury talent on the bench. So I would say that we agreed that there is some. You are correct that we've both said that drafting him was a mistake at times. I think you would have to take the caveat of us saying drafting him was a mistake after drafting Gabriel. Meaning, why draft two rookie quarterbacks?
I had no issue taking Shador in the third round.
Thing about
where
Shador.
They took Dylan. Yeah, no, nobody here has argued from our perspective. We tried to read the tea leaves on the whole thing and figure out what they're thinking. I have never been of the belief that Dylan is more talented than Shador is, but you try to understand. Can we sit here and say that Kevin hasn't tried to bury talent? I don't know if Barry is the right way to say, which is kind of funny because of the homophone for Andrew Barry. But I'm not here to say that he's done the best job evaluate. I don't know. There's folks probably don't want to hear this, but there were procedural issues in the game today.
Sure.
Right. They took some delay of game situations and they had illegal shift stuff come up that is on the quarterback to get everything moving in the right direction. Illegal shift penalties are on the quarterback for either moving a guy too soon. I've broken this down. I've done stuff on that. The shift stuff is on the quarterback for the timing at which they're moving players while everybody gets set. Everybody has to get set for a full second. And if you move somebody before everybody else is set, you are responsible for that. So I just think it's possible, guys. It's possible that all along they have known that Shador is the more talented raw talent of a player, but he needed time to figure out all of the other little superficial elements of playing quarterback that make you prepared to be the best version of Shador Sanders on the field. It is possible. As far as we want to go about blaming the Browns for being the worst people possible, burying him, screwing him over, it's possible he needed more time to get all the other elements in place to be the best version of himself when he got on the field. And I don't know if the timing was perfect for it. Maybe it could have happened 2 weeks earlier. Maybe it could have happened 2 weeks from now. They don't have any illegal shift penalties. But I'm just saying, it's possible that there were things there that needed to get into a better place. And maybe it wouldn't have happened if Dylan didn't get hurt. I don't know. I can't say that for now, but I'm just trying to be transparent about like the technical parts of the game were still a little lacking in some of those things, but also he played a pretty good game, and I'm giving him a bunch of credit on a bunch of the decisions he made that matter more than anything else. You can get a legal shift penalty solved. You can get the little things solved as you get more experience, you get more learning. It'll happen for him. I want him to be better at the things that matter when you take the snap. And he was better at those things than I've seen from Dylan. So there you go. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with it.
I was going to say, is it possible too, just throwing this out there, because I've kind of been contending this all along, is it possible too that Kevin just didn't want to move off his guy? Not burying him on purpose, but he's been hanging on to try and make Gabriel something that he's not, and then he finally got forced into it, and it's pretty clear to everybody that this is the more talented of the two players once again.
I think they would. I go back to like
you're giving them you're giving them a lot of credit. These are guys that were ready to run out of town,
and I think that we're giving them a lot of blame too at the same time for like wanting to stick with a guy who is a third round pick. I think. Listen. I hate
thanks for the $10. I know. Thanks for the $10 chat, man. Victory Monday's right. Go ahead.
I don't even want to go into it. We're just going to spare each other time. It's good. They started Shedeur and he looked good, and I would prefer to keep playing him going forward. And I hope he can clean up the little things. I don't know. I don't know their intentions behind the walls there. And I really am like not trying to offend you, because this is a question that is coming up everywhere. I'm tired of guessing. I'm just tired of guessing. So what they did is they played Shedeur. They could have, if they hated Shedeur and they really hated him and they didn't believe in him, period, they'd have played Bailey Zappi. They played him. He started. The question for me to tell, like, this is where I'm at with it. And I know I might not be as far into the Browns wanted Gabriel to make it work. And I understand if you guys feel that way. Some people have argued with me over this, not just you, Brad. Some people have argued with me over this, and it's okay. You can feel that way, that they have been burying Shedeur, even though he's better than Dylan, et cetera, et cetera. I personally feel like if they hated Shedeur, didn't feel like he was ready, didn't have any modicum of belief in success, they could have started Zappi. They started him, and it went well today for the most part. But if they go back to Dylan right now, I have a problem with that. I do have a problem with that, because I don't think that's fair. I don't think that makes sense. I think Shedeur gave you enough things positive about this offense to feel encouraged about. So I think at this point, the thing that makes the most sense for the best version of the Browns understanding who they are, okay, who they are moving forward, what is the chance to matter next year? Let's play Shedeur Sanders, take the lumps that come with playing Shedeur Sanders, whatever, you get better. I feel like Dylan was perfect at the little things and play calling. So there's times where he booted out the wrong direction. I've seen him turn it's not like he was perfect, but like, again, I'm good. I'm not trying to give the Browns the benefit of the doubt or any of that stuff. It is what it is. I'm tired of guessing about it. They played him when they didn't have to absolutely play him.
I wasn't trying to start anything.
It's okay.
I was just saying.
It's okay. It comes up a lot. They played him when they didn't have to, and he played well, and he deserves, in my opinion, to keep moving forward with opportunity.
Good. Thank you, Aaron Pierce, for updating us with what was said in the press conference from Kevin on the quarterback situation next week. I am always going to take my time and do what's best for the football team.
They're going to start him. They're going to start Shedeur, because he's never been afraid. He's never been afraid to say, I'm going back to Joe, or I'm going back to, he's always said that stuff. If Dylan's healthy, Dylan's our starter. He's said that stuff before.
The fact that he's wavering makes me think that they're going to Shedeur.
Well, that's what happened after the Flacco situation popped up, and it was like, oh, he didn't support Flacco right after the game, and then he went away from him. I do think you have to ride it out. I think you got to ride it out and give the kid, like, this is, if we go back to the beginning of the year, what did we talk about, Brad? I'd like to see Dylan for a period of time, and I'd like to see Shedeur for a period of time. Maybe the people wanted those two to be flipped around, whatever. But I think you can still get there. Yeah, I think you can still get there with seeing both of these guys for an extended period of time. Would it have happened if Dylan didn't hurt his head? I don't know, but it doesn't matter, because that's what happened, and we saw Shedeur, and I'd like to keep it that way moving forward. Like I said, I will have a problem with it if they go back to Dylan this upcoming week. I don't think that would be right, given the things that we have evidence-wise on the field this week.
Fair.
This week. Not like some
He wasn't
unbelievable
perfect.
performance. Yeah, but
No.
there was enough really good there that I'm intrigued.
First win in a first career start since 1995 for a Browns quarterback.
Love it. I mean, those are good things to have, right?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it was a mixed bag of things. To your point, like ultimately they didn't ask him to do a whole lot, but when he did have a chance to make some plays, he made some plays and he did some positive things that I think he did enough to garner getting another start, and that's where we'll be with all this. So,
yeah,
defense was incredible.
Throws, yeah.
I can't even. Yeah, some great throws. You know, defense is incredible. I just why? Here's a quick question I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What was Kevin doing at the end of the game with the punt instead of just kicking a field goal?
Didn't feel like a serious football game. I thought it was two teams that didn't care to win, and it was just like, just punt it no matter what. I don't know. I would have probably kicked a field goal, but I really don't know.
Why are we
I guess maybe you're thinking they could block this kick and return it. Our defense is playing so well right now, getting after such a ridiculous way that we'll just let the Raiders run it out that way. I don't know. That's the only thing I could conceivably think of is it doesn't matter what we're up 14. It's late in the game. Nothing matters here other than like our defense is going to be fine. Yeah. I guess. Right. With what could go wrong. And,
it was just
I don't know. It was a weird decision. I would have kicked it. I'm just trying to think of like what's going through the headset when they're all talking about that. And it's like, do you guys want to kick it here? No, I just put the defense back out there. I don't want it to get blocked and something stupid happen. They're not going to score any other way or something. I don't know.
Schmitty has been great. Shmee has been good.
Yeah, very good. He's talented.
Since week 1, he's been good.
Could have used him being good in week 1, but we digress a little bit on that one, don't we?
But I mean, he looks like our guy, right?
He does. I feel confident about it. And we don't like to talk about it too. I was never more confident than what they got out of year 1 Hopkins, and I was like, all right, we got it figured out. And then all of a sudden, so we are careful with it. We're again,
it's a fickle
knocking
position.
On wood.
Yeah,
it sure is. But defensively, let's talk through Schlesinger, another double-digit tackle game, 10 of those SOBs. Devin Bush continues to make strides. He had a vicious sack in this game. He just is always around the ball. Like those two together have been pretty good, man, at the linebacker position. Tyson Campbell ends up with 9 tackles. You get sacks galore, 2.5 from Malik Collins. Not sure what he's up to for the year, but he's going to push toward a career high soon as well. You get Shelby Harrison, Jerome Baker split a sack. Carson Thomas gets 1. Miles gets 3. He's up to 18 now, 4.5 away from the record. And 1 from Isaiah McGuire in there as well. Ridiculously strong performance. The Browns end up letting up 268 total yards, which again, on the road, that's a good number. It's not an insane number, but a good number. The passing yards, because of the volume. I mean, how many times did Geno drop back? 44 dropbacks. 44 attempts. He probably dropped back, 55 times, 56 times. I don't think he ran 3 times. So you're probably, it's a high volume of dropbacks. So it's not crazy. 4 of 17 on third down. You love to hold him to that. Only 3.6 yards per play. You love that. 60 rushing yards. Again, very positive. The Raiders had 13 penalties in this game for 109 yards. It's a very high number in this one. We had the 1 turnover strip sack from Miles, 8 punts for each team. The Browns got in the end zone 3 times. That's obviously the massive difference, and did not miss a field goal. So,
question on the punting. Do you want to keep Corey Bojorquez next year, or are you ready to move off your punter?
I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't. He's one of the worst EPA punters in the league this year.
That's what I'm thinking too. It's time to move on, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind turning over. If a guy is bad for an entire season, I'm not worried about turning it over. I just have no concerns with it.
I just wanted to bring up one thing about the defense real quickly. Mm-hmm. Brock Bowers is a handful. They targeted him a ton, but the Browns used corners, Denzel and Tyson Campbell primarily to cover him, it seemed like. and they did a really good job on him, I thought.
Really good, man. He had 9 targets, only 6 for 55. Keeping Bowers to 6 for 55 is really good. Really
Tyson
good.
Campbell, as you mentioned, 10 total tackles, 7 solo, and 2 passes defense is just fitting in beautifully in this defense.
The trade, I mean, I'm always nervous to talk about it too early, but I think we're to the point now where you feel like they really did a nice job with that, especially considering solving next year's, need for a corner under contract that makes sense with this team where you didn't have that with Newsome. I'm not even so concerned with how Newsome's playing down there. I don't think it's been very good, but I'm more like, is Campbell good here? And is Campbell under contract for the next year? Yes. All of which is just a great outcome for the Browns. Love it. They held Genty in check run game wise, 17 carries, 50 yards, only 2.9 a carry. He did get loose in the passing game a little bit, but again, the Browns were comfortably in front for most of this game. You're going to get a lot of checkdowns to the back. I think keeping Trey Tucker in 10 targets, only 3 for 28 is a great outcome coverage wise. Not that he didn't get missed a few times and he dropped one on a 3rd down too. I like Trey Tucker. He's ended up being the better of the teammates there from Cincinnati that year. I didn't expect, but good outcome, I guess, on that. I didn't think the coverage was particularly special in every throw. I thought there were some that the Raiders missed, but
especially with Tucker. Yeah.
They
missed him on a couple deep ones.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that we were going to get our anytime there for sure. The way he kept getting open over the top, and Gino just kept missing him. So,
yeah, the snap count stuff is interesting from today. I was looking at this earlier, and I can refresh it now. I don't think there's anything wrong. Was Njoku sick this week? I can't totally remember. There are a lot of guys popping up sick, but he only played 23 snaps. Harold Phantom played 43 snaps.
He missed a day with a quote unquote knee. Or
That's
a limited.
Right. I thought he did pop up for one day.
One day with a knee. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if that trend continues. But Fannin played a significantly higher number of snaps in this game. I'm going to refresh it and make sure I have every snap. I have 48 offensive snaps, and Harold Fannin played the most. I mean, he played 43, and Shador played 43. The offensive line played 48. So that means, there's obviously those Wildcat snaps that came in there. But yeah, Njoku only played 23, and Brendan Bates played 20. So
the Wildcat is oddly effective when they've used it.
Never going to give that ball on the jet sweep, and yet people still kind of hop outside and create run lanes. Yeah, it's worked. I mean, I don't know what they've run it maybe 7 or 8 times this year, and they have 4 touchdowns when they've used it. Hard to complain about that.
Complain about that.
Fannin goes for 40 yards on 4 catches, but boy, he probably created 25 to 30 of those on his own.
I was just gonna say,
great.
He just can't be tackled. And it's not like he's elusive. He just kind of backs his way through skinny areas, and he just kind of has a knack for it, right?
Yeah, man. He's a yak creator, like you said. It's not move based. It's just kind of run through your face. You're gonna think I'm gonna go down, but I'm not. He's got great contact balance, man. Yeah, great contact balance. Bomb to Isaiah Bond for 52 helps him get to 2 for 58. So that's always fun.
Career game.
I mean, that's what he needs to be. He needs to be 3 catches for 70. If he can be that player across 10 of 17 games a season, he's got a great value to the team. So that's good. Samson, I mean, when's the last time you watched a Brown and you were like, oh my God, that's he is flying. They don't have that speed everywhere. They haven't for a while. He is moving today, man. He's moving today. And that's a weapon. And we, like I said, I've been writing about it, talking about it, the week 1 performance, you know what I mean? All the way running out to where we are right now. It's you gotta get him touches. I don't even know. Some games you're going to get him 10 touches and they might result in 25 yards, but these types of games here where he was a difference maker in the second half, man. He really was. And that's what he's going to be if you can continue to get him the football.
9 touches. 2 of those touches, just 2 of them, got you 91 yards combined.
Yeah, if in a game you can get a player to create you 225 plus touches, that's what you want. I mean, that's a roll. That's a special thing.
Yeah,
So
he was
obviously not getting.
awesome. Um,
Yep.
and to your point, you've been banging the table on getting him the ball for a long time, and we both been asking about the snaps.
Yeah.
His snaps have been up a little, but the touch is still not till recently. But getting him the ball in space the way they did today, it was the best plan they've had for him yet.
17 snaps as Judkins had 24, and then Jerome Ford only 8. So I like that he is phasing out Jerome Ford, which is
That's
what we
a good
want.
sign.
What we want, right? Defensively, real quick, we'll go through those snaps on the way out the door. So the guys who played the most played 75 snaps. That's how many more plays the Raiders were on the field. Not by, again, they were chasing the scoreboard. That's not an issue sort of thing here. So Delpit, Tyson Campbell, Hickman have 75 snaps. Carson Schlesinger 72. Ward with 69. Miles played 57. Bush played 57. Harden played 48. McGuire 47. Mason 47. So all of those are good. I know that Aiden Huntington left with a groin injury, so we'll keep an eye on that. He only played 5 snaps. So, everybody else, Mike Hall played 32. Cameron Thomas played 41. So good rotation.
How'd you think Mike Hall played? Good?
Yeah, first watch, it was good. I thought he was an impactful part of that. But everybody kind of ate on the defensive line today. There's going to be a rewatch where we have to, push through that. But yeah, the question here, back in time, Harold fans blocking now worse than he doesn't have the mass that David does. Even when David came in the league, just a bigger guy with longer arms. So David started out as a better blocker than Harold did. But I think, I don't think Harold is going to be any less valuable because he's not an ass kicker, excuse my language, in the blocking phase. Like, if he can just be more adequate, that's all he needs to be. He can't be a giant net negative. And at times, as a young rookie, undersized a little bit at the position, he has been a net negative. They've been asking him to do grown-up things, like really grown-up things at this level, kickouts and trap blocks and different things, climbing to backers, and not necessarily always normal things. Like, they're putting him at fullback and they're moving him in the slot, and just a lot. There's a lot on his plate. There's some times where it's like I can tell he's kind of overwhelmed with even where to get correctly lined up at times. So there's a lot, but that's okay. He'll get more comfortable with it, and obviously will I think this rookie year is gonna make him a better player. They're putting him in all the positions that are gonna be they're giving him exposure to the things that are hardest about the position, and he's still, I think, handling himself very well, in my opinion. So the sky is the limit for him.
Eric Huber pointed out in the chat, and I did want to correct myself. Njoku was a DMP twice, Wednesday and Thursday, for a knee this week.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we will check, obviously, last week, and then we'll check the next few weeks, and we'll talk about it this week about trends there, because obviously there's a big decision with David at the end of the season for another contract in Cleveland.
Huge decision, yeah.
So we'll keep our eye on that. But yeah, any other thing? Like, what's your big takeaway from this one, Brad? And we'll wrap it up here.
I guess I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew the Raiders were bad, but I expected them to be more competitive than this.
Me too.
And I expected a close game, so that surprised me that the Browns defense was able to dominate so much. It was overwhelming, in fact. And then the Shador, thing is the other big thing, right? And Sampson and Bond and those guys getting a moment there, but mainly just doing enough to earn another start. And I thought he did that with a couple big plays. And we look forward to, he's going to get better competition, and he needs to get better at some of the little things that you pointed out, procedural things. But it brings some excitement around this team as we move forward to watch and see what he can develop into in this next stretch of games. And as we've heard already, Stefanski is at least open to that thought process. So let's hope that's the way it goes.
Yeah. It's got to be the takeaway is I just would like to see more Shador Sanders. Defense took the performance on the road. You're encouraged about that. The Raiders are really bad. It's hard to see them winning another ball game the rest of the year. But I just would like to see more of Shador and continue to get him more comfortable and see. You never know. You never know if he can keep getting better by the end of the year, what it looks like. So I think he's earned another chance. I will say the Browns have dropped to 6th now in draft position. Titans at 1-10 are first. The Giants 2-10, Saints 2-9, Jets 2-9, Vegas 2-9, Browns, Washington, and Cincinnati and Arizona now all 3-8. So 6th spot in the draft. There you go.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean that'll
still got the Titans there for the 4th win possibly too. So that's kind of all.
Yeah. Thought maybe the Giants were going to win a game today.
Yeah, they wanted to, and then they didn't want to. That was very weird.
Yeah.
The Jags pick is 22 now after their win to go to 7-4. If they had gone to 6-5, they probably would have been pick like 19-20 range. So
yeah, they win again in a close one, and another one where Sunshine throws 3 interceptions and they somehow win. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. 7-4 Jaguars.
Tired of you, Jacksonville.
No,
we're supposed to be good, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Just annoying. I thought after that Houston loss, they were going to go in a little tailspin, and then the Chargers just no-showed, and now we get this resilient win over the Cardinals. They should honestly be in the 5-5, like 5-6 range, which would have put them at like pick 13 with Dallas.
Yeah, I don't think they're a 7-4 team.
I don't
either. They've gotten some fortunate bounces here, so
bastards. All right, that's it for today. Listen, do we want the Browns to have the best pick possible? We do, but we are not going to complain about winning football games. Still the objective, even though we like it or we don't, whatever. So it's a Victory Monday coming up for you tomorrow. Film will be out bright and early for you. And if you want to see that film in its entirety and you are not with us, obviously, whoever is here, please like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. But come to the website where we will have the full Shador Sanders film room ready to go early in the morning. All right. Pretty determined to get that posted for you guys. So keep your eye out for that. We will be gone. Until then, there'll be a little game notes I'll drop tonight after I can sit down and write it here for an hour or so. But other than that, we'll catch you tomorrow with some film breakdowns, Monday offense, Tuesday defense, and then we'll roll into what do these guys even have next week? Do they play the Bears next week? I guess I could look right now. Oh, the 49ers come to town. There you go. So we'll be ready. The Shanahans come storming in.
The fighting Shanahans. Yeah. What do you think about their breakup with wide receiver?
Oh, with Ayuk.
Ayuk.
I don't know, man. That whole thing is a mess. It feels like Ayuk had issues with them before he signed the contract. Then he signed another one. Also, hey, man, if the Browns are playing in a slot that no other Ohio team is playing, can we just get the state of Ohio to cover the game?
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like, it's so... I don't want to watch Cowboys-Eagles in the state of Ohio. Like, the state should be... All of Las Vegas was covered for that game.
Was that
how
what
could
happened?
Ohio? Yeah, dude. We were talking about this in the pregame pod, and I didn't even take it into account that like the cutoff was like Mansfield area and north.
Really?
So Columbus didn't get the game. Like, it's ridiculous, man. You had to put me onto some illegal stream. Probably got a virus on my computer now. What are we doing out here? CBS, NFL.
That's crazy.
Get it right, man.
Yeah.
So
what do you think of the announcing crew today?
Ross Tucker's good. I like him. He should continue to get more time. I think he's good. So
I agree.
All right, man. All right, guys. Appreciate you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Brad and I enjoy having you around and chatting with us.
Victory Monday.
Victory Monday. Only our third one. Let's enjoy it. Let's not worry about things that we can't control. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here. You know we say, go Browns.